Here's a quick update on the game Planet Dog. For those who don't know the game, it's a game about an obscure Japanese band called Date of Birth and their mascot. If you want to learn more, check out the previous video about this whole game. I'm making this video because I got a comment yesterday and it mentioned something I've got comments for multiple times, and I made a rule every time someone mentioned this, I would just delete it after the first time I told someone they were wrong, and I made a little argument over this topic, and I didn't want to deal with it. Also, sorry if my voice sounds kind of messed up. I kind of messed up my voice a few days ago, so it's kind of healing. But I figured unless I can show out to proof for this topic, it wouldn't matter what I typed as an argument, because these comments just kept coming and coming, and I would delete them because I didn't want to start an argument over it and it was stupid. But it's regarding the game's music. The comment was basically telling me how a bunch of songs use samples from their albums, and that Cosmic Surfer was in the game, and he had an LOL after it as if he was like laughing that he proved me wrong or something. But I'm here to debunk this because many people seem to think Cosmic Surfer song is in the game because of the minigame called Cosmic Surfer, which why wouldn't it be since it's a song named after the minigame, so of course the song's in there. But for the last time, hopefully, this song does not appear in the game, and the song that plays for the minigame is not the same song as the one on the album. None of these songs that are in the album are in the game at all besides samples that are used. Which I also stated before in the video that songs in the game sample parts from the album, which is what the comment was trying to mention. But now I feel the way he commented was structured to say like, well, because the songs are sampled, they're in the game. Which if that is the case, it doesn't make them in the game. A song using samples doesn't mean the song is now the song it's sampling. I want to say this wasn't what he was trying to say, but he made it seem like that I just never said songs in the game use samples from the actual albums. An example I can use real quick that I think would get my point across and just explain this whole entire thing, if this is what he was trying to say, is this sample right here. It's been used in 2 N64 games and even an Xbox game. The Fire Temple music is known for the whole chanting and how it was removed for religious purposes, which is the most popular example this sample is used in. My example here is even though these songs use it, and how there's even a playlist with more examples of this, sample being used, these songs are not the Fire Temple song in any of these cases. But I can now talk about Cosmic Surfer. The only thing I can figure out why people think it's the same song is because the starting drum loop sounds the same, but the in-game version seems to be pitched up a little, while the album version is pitched down. After that, there's really no similarities at all. I decided to cut up both songs to only have parts where the beat either changes or stuff was added to it to make it, progress through the song. That way you can hear both songs for all the parts it's built from. It will make more sense when I play it if this doesn't make any sense right now. If you want to skip to this part because you already know the songs aren't the same, skip to this time if you just don't even care for this. If you want to hear them, then I'll play the in-game version first. I tried to get what I could without the sound effects, but some still will have parts with noises from the game. There's not much I can do about that. now it's the album version. I swear if I see another comment about this song being in the game, I'm gonna be real sad. But I do want to cover stuff I was actually wrong about. You see, the ending cutscene in the review I said would show the protagonist flying back as it would then start to loop. Turns out this is an emulator issue that even happens with the good ending. There's actually quite a lot more after. I'll play both here for you to see. Now, if you're wondering why the cutscenes look pretty clear, it's because I upscaled all the cutscenes in the game and made them 60 frames per second with AI. If you're wanting to see these cutscenes upscaled, then I'll have a link below to the videos, plus you can download the video file I made with all the scenes if you want. I was also able to get all the textures in the game and found some really cool looking pictures, especially these clear screens with one being 100% and the other just for beating the game without all the bits. I actually never saw these in game when beating the game, so these are either unused or an emulation error thing that just doesn't show them. I'll also have these with the download link down below if you're wanting to see all the textures and also the, upscaled AI video. The final thing I want to bring up is the emulation part. As great as this is for people to get into games that otherwise would be almost impossible, it's just amazing, I love it. It's however not perfect and it sucks. If I didn't do any research and also rip the FMVs out of the game, I would have never known about these last cutscenes even having more parts to them, and probably no one else would have until someone played on actual hardware. The only other video on YouTube does show these if you watch the FMVs, but again, you would have to actively go out and watch these for you to even know. It's why, as much as I love these obscure games, I also have to wonder if there's things I'm missing out on because of emulation. So I wanted to see if you guys would know a better method to emulating these games almost perfectly. I've been looking into the PS1 classic method and just hacking one to see if that would be a better method, but I don't know how close to an actual PS1 those machines are. But that's the update video for you. I do hate that I had to make it with talking more about the music not being in the game because of that channel and his playlist. People still will believe these songs are in the game, and they'll still appear in Jungle PS2 drum and bass mixes, even though they're not from the PS2 game. And even though he saw my comment talking about how they weren't there and he even acknowledged it, he still refuses to change the title, so it's obvious it's just for views. To me, it comes off as he's being like a leech, just clickbaiting for views with another person's work while adding nothing to it. But it is what it is. Clearly, he won't change it, and there's not much I can do. But hopefully you guys have fun watching the upscaled FMVs and looking through the textures. I'm going to go back to editing 61 Days of Spook, and hopefully my voice, heals up. All the links will be down below if you need anything to look at or whatever. But thanks guys for watching. See ya.